Hi guys, I'm Megan Brightwood and welcome back to my channel. So, surprise, I have a video for you on a Friday. I feel like I keep changing my schedule up, and I think a good part of that is that up until December, I was not very consistent at all. I would film a couple videos and then leave for months and then come back and leave for months, and yeah, I've just never been very consistent. And then in December when I started Vlogmas, then I was filming every single day, and I continued that until like mid-January, I think it was, when I went on my Sunday Wednesday schedule. And I think that we're gonna tentatively keep that Sunday Wednesday schedule for now, but I did also want to do a couple of surprise videos, and I thought Fridays, that seems like a good day to do that. It's kind of in between those other days. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. It's a surprise video, and we'll just kind of see where my schedule goes. I'm still pretty new at this whole consistent YouTuber thing, so I don't want to get too excited about one schedule and just stick with that. I'm just not ready to commit to that. So anyway, today's video is going to be on my favorite knitting patterns for men. And I do also want to mention that my husband has a ton of clothes. I mean, I am a fashion lover, but that man has the majority of our closet. He has so much. But yeah, I don't really feel like I need to knit him a whole lot of sweaters because there's not really any urgency. Whereas like my kids, who I have a daughter that's 4 and then a son that's 1.5, and they're constantly growing. So I do most of my knitting for them because they can use it. So anyway, yeah, I've got 5 patterns that I'm going to show you, and 2 of them I have made, and 3 of them are actually still on my to-do list, or my wish list, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna share all of that with you. So let's just hop right into this. So the first pattern that I wanted to share with you is probably my favorite. In fact, I really want to redo it, but I haven't gotten around to it quite yet because he has a ton of clothes and he already has the sweater. But it is the Redford Pullover by Julie Hoover. It looks like this. And the sample one was, of course, in red, so that makes a lot of sense. This one is out of a Brooklyn Tweed fingering weight yarn, and I can't remember the colorway. It's a deep, deep blue with speckles of like a bright blue and red and a little bit of kind of a royal blue in there. It's really, really pretty. It's a little bit scratchy, which seems to be the case with a lot of the Brooklyn Tweed yarns that I've tried, but he always wears a shirt under it, so I don't think it bothers him too much. But yeah, I love this sweater because at first it looks very simple, very plain, but then you notice that there's this little triangle of reverse stockinette here, so that adds a little bit of interest. And then it also has some reverse stockinette on the sides. There are these side panels here that also have that reverse stockinette, and it's really, really cool. So typically when I'm making sweaters, I really look for the seamless sweaters. I don't like seaming. It is not one of the things that I am very good at, so I try not to have to worry about it at all. This one is seamed, so it's worked in a bunch of different pieces. So there's the front and the back are 2 different pieces. Each of the sleeves are worked, I think they're flat. Yeah, they're worked flat. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've also got these side panels. So you've got 5 and 6 pieces to seam together, which is not very fun. So yeah, that part I didn't really enjoy, but the finished product is really, really nice. And if I were to do it again, I would probably still do it seamed versus trying to alter it a little bit for the seamless version. But yeah, I really like how this turned out, and it's definitely one of my favorites. The other sweater that I've knit for Joe is also by Julie Hoover, and it is this one. It is called the Sawyer Pullover, and I believe that this is out of a worsted cascade yarn, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. I knit this a very, very long time ago. I think my daughter Evelyn was maybe 1 at the time. I know I have a blog post on my old blog, and I can link it below if you want to check it out, but I think that this one is Joe's favorite. It's got kind of that little Henley sort of top here, and then it's got a thermal stitch all over it. It's heavy, so it's kind of warm, which he likes, and it just looks very classy, right? So yeah, this one is also a seamed garment, and I think that if I were to go ahead and do this one again, I could probably figure out how to do the majority of it in the round without any seams or anything. The other one, that Redford one, I think you do need the seams, but this one I think you could get away with altering the pattern a little bit. But yeah, I really like this, and it is really fun to see my husband wearing sweaters that I've made for him. So moving on to patterns that I have not yet knit for Joe, the first one on my list does have a little bit of a disclaimer. So it is the Timberline Cardigan by Jared Flood, and I love this cardigan. First of all, the model looks like a lumberjack. I love that. But this cardigan has these really cool bulky cables, and every time that I have asked Joe if he wants a sweater, he wants one with cables. And obviously I haven't done that for him yet. But I'd seen this one and I thought it was really cool, so I tried to make it, but the sizing ended up really off. So my husband is very, very tall, very, very thin. And so I think that that's kind of why he has such a stockpile of clothing, is that he finds something that fits him and he will not get rid of it ever. So yeah, the sweater that I had tried to make out of this particular pattern ended up being way too big around the waist, so it didn't really work for him. So I'm hoping that I can try it again at some point, but I really, really love this sweater, and the finished sweater ended up being kind of cool, but it just didn't fit him. So yeah, I probably should have grabbed that to show you because I do still have it somewhere around here, but yeah, that's the Timberline cardigan. I love it. Another cardigan that I absolutely love and I really, really want to do is this one. It is the Slade cardigan by Michelle Wang, and I think it is gorgeous. I think that it's all pretty much stockinette stitch, and then it's got this shawl collar on it that's really cool. And it is also made out of a worsted weight yarn. I think that most of the men's patterns that I chose for this video are actually out of a worsted weight yarn, so they would go quickly. But yeah, I love this one so much. In fact, that Timberline cardigan that did not work out for Joe, I kind of want to frog it and make this instead, because I think he would wear it a lot more than the Timberline one, especially as we're going into warmer months here. But I haven't actually committed to tearing apart that other sweater yet, so I don't know, maybe I'll just get new yarn for this, but this is probably on the top of my list right now as far as projects that I want to make him. So I don't know, in a future knitting update you might see that one on the needles. But anyway, so the last sweater that I wanted to share with you is another Jared Flood pattern, and he and Julie Hoover are probably my favorite men's knitwear designers. I just love their stuff. But anyway, this is the Svenson Pullover. It is a cabled pullover, and I really love this. So cables are really interesting things, right? So they can be super intricate, super dramatic, or kind of plain and basic. I don't know. They're very versatile creatures, but this one feels so like prim and proper, I guess. I don't know. I love it. But it's, yeah, very straight-laced, very serious. I don't know. I really, really like this. And this might be a contender for Joe's cabled sweater as well. I haven't fully decided. I think the first one that I want to make is Slade by Michelle Wang, but I don't know. Oh, I feel like I should knit him another sweater just because I've been talking about this, but I don't know. I'll have to decide. So those are my favorite sweater patterns for men. Obviously this is geared towards my husband, so yours is probably gonna be a little bit different, but I hope you still found this helpful and useful and maybe even entertaining. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what sweater you think that I should make next for my husband in the comment section down below. My top two contenders are probably either the Slade cardigan or the Timberline cardigan. I would kind of like to try that one again, but I haven't decided on anything yet. So yeah, just let me know what I should knit in the comment section. And also let me know if there are any men's knitting patterns that I did not mention in today's video that you think I should check out. Obviously, I have not been able to see all of the men's patterns, so I would love to look at more. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and if you did enjoy this video, certainly hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you want to see more videos, hit the notification bell, all of that. But I think I'm gonna get going, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!